It is lunchtime and I'm just now picking the camera up. I intended to start this video earlier and it just hadn't happened. Whoa, these are huge pieces of chicken. Easton woke up this morning and he wasn't feeling real well. He said, I don't feel sick, but I don't feel good. We've just been kind of taking it slow this morning. It's lunchtime and I'm getting us some lunch in the air fryer. These pieces of chicken are huge. We got this new air fryer a couple of weeks ago and we've been trying it out to see what we think about it so I could share it with you. And I'm still learning. I'm really liking it. I love this square basket. I feel like I can fit a lot more in there. Our old one was round. But like I said, I'm still learning it. The temperature is a little bit different. Cook times are a little bit different. But it's working really well for us. And it has a lot of features that I really like. Some pre-programmed settings for different things. A preheat function. A reminder to flip or shake the basket, flip what's in there, shake the basket. Lots of really neat things like that. I like the window on the front. We've cooked a lot of things in here. We cooked some wings in here. What was it? I guess a couple weeks ago, and they were so good. We used to always deep fry wings, but once we started cooking them in an air fryer, it was a game changer. So we've cooked wings in here that turned out really good. So far, so good on this air fryer. I like it a lot. I will leave a link down in the description box so that you can check it out if you're in the market for an air fryer. I feel like my makeup is looking really, really white today. Got that winter skin going. Anyway, I mentioned Easton saying that he didn't feel well. Y'all, we have been sick more this year than we ever have. And I was thinking about it and thinking like, why in the world is that? What have we done different? And I know it's probably a couple of different things from, the last few years. Everybody wearing masks all the time. And that's its own debate. And I'm not getting into that. But I think that there were good and bad things for our health that came from that. Audrey going to public school this year and just being around more people, more kids, bringing things home. Another thing though, as I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I've not made any elderberry syrup in a while. That's something that for years now, especially this time of year, usually like fall and winter, and then we usually give it a break for a few weeks, month or so, and then as springtime allergies kick up, we'll take it again for a little while, lay off of it during the summer, and then start it back come fall and winter. And I have not done that this fall and winter, and I don't even think that I made any in the spring. It has been a while since we've had elderberry syrup, and so I've got everything that I need to make it, and we're gonna make some today and let everybody start taking that again. Being pregnant, I am probably not going to take it right now, especially since it's been a while since I took it. You can do your own research, make your own decision, but everybody else in the family is going to be taking a little bit of elderberry syrup for the next little while, and we're going to make that here in just a minute, probably after we have lunch. We decided to just slice up an orange to go with it. I told the boys if they wanted some carrots and ranch. They were in the refrigerator, but we're just gonna have some oranges with the chicken. Before we get started on that elderberry syrup, I'm going to walk out here and check on the chickens The kids have already been out here this morning, but it's been so cold that we've been keeping a check on them a couple of times a day. It's warmed up today though. I feel like I think it's probably close to 50, if not 50 degrees right now, but at night it's been getting like low 20s. We put some extra shavings in their coops, just so they stay nice and warm, and they're doing fine. Just want to make sure, did I say the kids have already been out here? The kids have already been out here, but I just want to make sure that water's not frozen or anything like that, which, like I said, it's warmed up now, so it should be good. Just a little extra food. They do still have a little ice in their water, but it's not where they can't drink it. It's cold weather and darker days, y'all. There's no eggs in there. There probably will be this afternoon. We've gotten down to about three a day, 3 or 4 a day, from where we were getting sometimes close to a dozen. So it's definitely slowed down, and that's okay. A little bit of a bummer though. Let's make elderberry syrup. So I'm just going to share the recipe with you that I use. I know there are several recipes out there, but this is how I do it. I have 2.5 cups of filtered water. I'm going to be using 1/2 cup of those dried elderberries, 5 cloves, a tablespoon of ground ginger, and 2 cinnamon sticks. That honey will not go in the pot when it's simmering on the stove. Everything else will. We save the honey for later. You don't want to overheat honey because it can damage some of the good properties of it. So we wait and add that after it's cooled off for a little bit. And if you're making this for a child under 1, you want to leave the honey out altogether. Here's a close-up look at what those dried elderberries look like. Then we'll go ahead and add everything in my pot. Everything except for the honey. I'm going to bring this to a boil, then reduce it to a simmer and let it simmer for about 30 minutes. Now that this has simmered for 30 minutes, I'm going to strain it. And y'all, I don't know where my big mesh strainer has gone to, so I'm having to use this little bitty one. But you make it work, right? You use what you have and you make it work. You want to get all of the liquid and none of the berries. And I do occasionally stop and kind of push on the berries and get as much liquid out of them as I can. We're going to let this cool down just a little bit. You still want it to be warm so that your honey will melt, but you don't want it to be piping hot because that could damage some of the good properties of the honey. My honey had crystallized a little bit because it's been so cold, but this warm elderberry syrup will melt that right down. That was half a cup of honey. We're going to stir that in and combine it really well and then put it in our container for storage. I like to use a wide mouth pint jar. It's a perfect size and it's easy to get a spoon in. It's going to be a tablespoon a day for adults, a teaspoon a day for kids, and if somebody's sick, you want to do that about 3 times a day. So as soon as I poured this up, I went ahead and had Easton take some and then take it again at bedtime. You'll notice I'm also reusing an old flat. This doesn't have to seal. You're going to keep it in the refrigerator and it will last for a couple months in the refrigerator, but it never sticks around that long around here with everybody taking it. It's usually gone pretty quick. I'm going to let this finish cooling down, get it put in the refrigerator. I'm so happy to have this made and hanging out in our refrigerator again. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. We love you. We appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.